Hey everybody,
Hello.
it's us. We made it.
Hi, everyone.
The
So,
entire Venture Gang.
pretty much, what, 3/4 of the Venture speedrun community is here.
It's true.
So, last marathon that Aaron was in, our lovely aaron2u2, he ran a whole bunch of Coleco games, and I'm like, wait, why don't I run Coleco games? So I dug out my Coleco and I grabbed my favorite video game of all time on the ColecoVision called Venture, and I'm like, I'm gonna run this, and I spent a day running it, and I got the world record in it, and Nate was watching, and Nate's like, well, this game looks awesome, and then he ran it and he got the world record. And now we're here to represent the greatest video game of all time, Venture, in the first ever Venture race.
Might be the first ever ColecoVision race. Has there ever been one before?
You know, there won't be, but I think we can make a long future of Venture races.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You know what? You want to use the actual race bot thing?
I'm good with whatever.
I typed the command in wrong, so we're not doing it.
Okay.
Wait, it's .race new, right? Whatever. I just want a timer on screen of some sort.
There's the estimate, but I have a timer on my display if our restreamer wants to throw that up. I'll probably be last, so it'll work.
Well, I'm an open live split for my own purposes,
I've got a timer
so I
going
know
too,
what
so
my time is.
we can all compare our times.
Yep. So that's how this is going to work, everybody. Y'all, this is the greatest game of all time. It is the first ever, one of the first ever dungeon crawlers. It is considered a sort of, almost kind of, not really, unofficial sequel to Adventure, which has an official sequel at this point. But we don't talk about the sequels to Adventure.
I didn't know it had sequels.
It sort of does. There's also Adventure for the Coleco, which I need to show you if you've not played it. It's very good.
Oh my.
It is me, your lovely flannelkat. It's baldnate. It's Aaron. I've injured myself, so I'm going to be rambling a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to start this game, and the game's going to end when we finish the entire treasure list. It'll be a quick run. You'll be able to watch and see what happens. We'll talk about individual rooms while we're in them, but most of all, we'll probably have a good time, and I hope you do too. In the meantime, are you all ready to start?
I am.
Sure thing.
Let's not hold up this marathon any longer. We're going to start with pressing 1 to pick the skill. In 3, 2, 1, go. Get used to that jingle, everybody. It's a very good jingle. So, individual rooms of this game, basically they're all named after the enemy that's inside of the room. And you're gonna see the big overworld, and we're gonna be a tiny little dot there. And then when we enter a room, we become a smiley face with a bow. No relation to Evil Otto from Berserk, though.
Yes. I believe his name is officially Winky.
So, pretty much in the speedrun, we mostly have a set order of the rooms that we want to go into. If we die, we're gonna go a little bit off script, and we'll probably die at some point. I hope you all like the sweet, dulcet tones of the wall room, though. When you complete a level, that's considered it. We're going to do 3 worlds, and then 3 loops of each world. And that'll complete out the whole treasure list. Now, when we enter a room, the enemy locations are going to be the same pretty much every time. They always spawn in the same spot. But where they move after that is completely RNG. So, mostly, we try to get an arrow off right away to kill something if we know where it's going to spawn and we can do it without moving. But otherwise, you just kind of got to react and move accordingly. And after you shoot an enemy, you see how it's on the ground for a little while. If you touch an enemy corpse, it kills you. Because of course. Touching corpses is bad, kids. Don't do it. Do not lick a corpse. And then as well...
Sorry, that is not how we feed the kids here.
No. Do not feed the children corpses. Now, once an enemy's dead, it's laying on the ground, and that sounds great, like, whatever. If you shoot it again while it's laying on the ground, it starts the decompose timer over. So you have to wait for it to completely disappear before you can actually get out. And if you shoot it again, it takes longer to disappear. So now most of us are probably heading into level 3 right now. You're gonna see the genie room, which always vexes me. Well, it just locked me out of it, so I gotta wait for this corpse to go away. And then we're gonna see the same levels you saw over again twice more. Bat room is so good. I love bat room. The fire to the downright, fire down, and it gets all the bats. Always feels good.
So that's how you do it. Shoot.
And in this last room, the demon room, I'm gonna fire to the right, probably right as soon as these demons spawn, in an attempt to actually not let them block my exit of the key. Woo! Moving into the second loop. So, this is a game I grew up with. I was a young child, and the ColecoVision was technically my first video game console. And this is a game I spent a lot of time with. I was very bad at it then. But how did you all encounter Adventure in your life?
I saw you play it on your stream, and I was like, I gotta get me some of that game.
That's how it goes. And it's a real easy run to learn. It's a quick run, and I recommend people pick up the greatest second-generation console of all time, the ColecoVision, and maybe jump in this run as well. Maybe next year we can have a 20-person run of this game.
Wow. That would be a lot of people. But, yeah, it's not difficult to pick up. I mean, finding a ColecoVision itself would be a little bit difficult. There are other options, which I won't get into, but...
oh, God.
But yeah, the game itself is not hard to set up, it's not hard to play. And it's a lot of fun. It's very straightforward, and this version is actually very forgiving. You can pretty much die once in every level and still have plenty of extra lives, because the game just feeds them to you non-stop.
God, yeah, every 20,000 points I believe you get an extra life, or 200,000, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty quick, honestly. Woo! Got really good RNG on the second, on level 5.
Nice.
Less good in the Cyclops room, though.
I'm playing very cowardly in the dragon rooms because they are scary.
The dragon room is one of the hardest because none of the enemies spawn right in a spot that you can hit it, so you mostly just have to keep reacting immediately to the dragon room. And it can get out of hand very fast. Now, this did come out on other consoles. I believe, I want to say there was a 2600 version that was not very good, but I could be mistaken on that. But there is an Intellivision version that is, it's very similar. It kind of runs a little bit snappier, but it's super easy. It's like unbelievably easy.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot out of the demon room. Let's go.
Shoot.
Oh, demon.
This
Get
is
out
what I
of my
like to
way.
see in the goblin room. They just don't come near me. So I've been not able to practice for this marathon at all. I've been laid out with a trapezius injury, which I don't recommend doing. Do not sprain your trapezius unless you like being unable to move for a long time.
Okay.
Whoever finishes first, Chest Jerk would like to, or I'll do it because I've got sound coming through my game. Show what happens when you stay in a room for too long.
I don't know. I must have never spent too long in a room.
It happens real fast in arcade. In this, you get a really long waiting period before it happens.
Okay,
But I'll show it when we get there.
Alright.
Bad chemist, bad. And I didn't even know there was an— oh, that's a death. I didn't even know that was there was an arcade version of this video game until I went to what's that? Our fun spot in Laconia, and they had a cabinet of it. I'm like, well, I'm spending all of my money on this now because this is amazing. like that. Oh god, that was terrifying. Don't like that RNG. But needless to say, I spent a lot of time playing the arcade version of this, which is super mean and super unforgiving and very difficult. Like, you start to hit, like, if you are in that two-headed room and things go a little bit left, the enemies start spawning very fast in there. Wow. Or not enemies, the bad thing happens very quickly. I don't trust this. Even if, like, you just tap the enemy, you will get murdered.
Our green friends, the wall monsters, get you?
Yep. No, no! Spooky. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Ooh. So the Cyclops room, the Cyclopses teleport randomly. And that's very bad sometimes.
Yeah, you're telling me. I died 3 times in there in level 6.
That's not done.
They just kept spawning right in front of me. And hey, GG.
Nate, what's your record?
Oh, I can't remember. Like 8 something?
I've got an 810.
Oh wow, well done.
That's, I think, world record, y'all.
I think he's got like a 758, I think.
Ah, bummer. Well, maybe that's not world record. But I'm gonna sit in this room so you can all see the fun things that happen.
Shoot.
Let's see what happens on speedrun.com. 756 on baldnate. That's a 20-second world's 20-second PB for me.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. That's what happens when you stick around in a room too long. The enemies from outside go into the room and become very impolite to you.
Okay, I want to see this as well.
Woo! It also plays a terrifying noise. I will say the one thing about the arcade game is a lot of flashing. There's a lot of flashing.
That is terrifying.
I don't think I'm gonna make the 10 minutes.
I believe in you. That's with the death in 810. Jeez, I really like that run. That went great.
I got 1 death when I on the third map of the third loop, going from the center room over. There's always that dance with the one hallway creep.
Yep. And sometimes it just comes into the room with you, or in the hallway.
Oh, you're right. This game gives you a very generous amount of time before they invade the room.
All right, that's time for me.
Hey, congrats.
10:24.
Heck yeah, I'm into it. You know what? That was an amazing race. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I highly recommend y'all out there, if you've liked this run, like I said, it's nice, short, sweet, and good. Pick this up. Play this game. It's really fun, and I think you'd have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The world record you can do for like time attack and stuff can be pretty, or for points can be pretty crazy. I'm not sure I would recommend that, but the speedrun itself is great.
Yeah, it's a really tight, fun speedrun, and if you're feeling really daring, play it on the 4th difficulty, which I can show you in a hot second.
The 4th difficulty is so good. Terrifying.
It's the end of the world, the 4th difficulty. But you can see it's still not as bad as arcade, though, is the thing. So see how these guys, when you enter a room now, they like jitter around and go super fast. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. ColecoVision is one of my favorite consoles of all time, and I look forward to bringing a lot more Coleco games to RGL. I'm sure that we're going to be pulled off the stage with a hook if we keep going. So any closing remarks by y'all?
That was
just thanks
so much
for
fun.
inviting me.
I'm glad you could. Aaron, if you don't know Aaron does a lot of Coleco runs. He's kind of what inspired me to start to really get into Coleco running in the first place after one of the RGL events where he did a whole bunch of Coleco runs.
Yeah,
And-
I forget. I think Elrock one time referred to it as my ColecoVision BS.
Well, hopefully we can all be on your ColecoVision BS at this point. But hey, a quick self-plug for myself. My TurboGrafx project is coming to a close. I'm on the last 100 games, and when I finish my TurboGrafx project, I'll be resuming a project I call the CatLecoVision, which is where I'm playing every single ColecoVision game, including Homebrew, which there are about 117 legacy games that came out and about 300 Homebrew games. There are still new games coming out for this console to this day. So maybe if you want to see more of that nonsense, come check me out. Come check out our other runners. Follow baldnate. He's got a wonderful channel. Follow Aaron. I don't even know if I follow Aaron, but that's a problem. I'll go follow Aaron after this. But y'all have a lovely day. Stay tuned for more video games. And thank you again for watching. Oh, we'll race Fathom. I'll do it. Let's go. We'll have more exciting and amazing video games coming to you soon. I'm going to go lay on the couch.
Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye.